Good morning. Welcome to the stream. I'm just getting started. Though I have been awake for a few hours, I'm not really awake yet. And that's mainly due to, well, me just having 5 hours of sleep today. So I'm just putting all the buttons on the right spots. I think that should do it. Yep. That is working. I was planning on streaming Elite Dangerous, but then, well, my wife had a day off yesterday, and I thought, you know, me sitting upstairs in my office streaming while she's doing something else around the house, and I had a late shift afterwards. That just didn't work, so I decided not to stream yesterday. And today, of course, the servers are going to be offline for the biggest part of the day, at least for Europeans. In America it's slightly different because of the time difference, but they're patching it up to 2.4, and that's going to take about 9 hours. And previous experiences actually have discouraged me to plan anything like streaming on the day itself, because well, when 2.3 hits, it took me several hours to be able to actually download it, because there were so many people downloading it all at the same time that the servers actually couldn't handle that. So that's not going to work. So probably on Friday I'll be streaming Elite Dangerous anyway. But today I thought, you know, it's not a punishment to play another game. So that's what I'm going to do. My goal is to get past the Iron Duke today. And as you can see, I've got enough experience to do that right away. But I don't want to... I don't want to spend all my free experience on that, so I'm going to at least try to get one daily win out of today's games, and then I'll go ahead and purchase it. And I might use the rest of my my free experience to upgrade something else, but I'm not sure which yet, because I have some ships like the Edinburgh here that aren't fully upgraded yet. I could actually go towards the tier 7 French cruiser, Algerie. I'm not sure about that. I could use it to well, speed up the progression towards the Bismarck, which is a great ship. So I might do that, but I'm not sure about that yet. And I could also use it for the York to get to the Hipper. That might actually be the best plan. But I'm not sure about that as well. And I'm going to do the same thing. You know, I'm not going to play it, and then upgrade it. I'm going to get at least a few thousand more experience. I could also skip ahead to the Maas, tier 7 German destroyer. Well, I'm not really sure about that as well. Or I could save it up and go for one of the tier 10 destroyers. Then I also have the option to upgrade the shores using the experience, or even get to the Shapayev. But now I don't really like the Russian cruisers so far. I might have to get into them a little more. I could not do any of those and just go for the Iowa, the tier 9 American battleship, and that might actually be a very good plan. That is such a nice big ship. But then again, I'm not really sure about that. You know, I'll have to save huge amounts of credits. But I could do it, because I will have enough free experience to unlock both the tier 6 British battleship and the tier 9 American battleship. But I'm not really sure about that yet. I can upgrade the Benson a little more. I could get the New Orleans, sorry, from the Pensacola, and I don't really like the Pensacola, but I'm not sure the New Orleans is going to be better than, you know, if it's my playstyle that doesn't play well with the Pensacola, then it might not get better with the New Orleans, though the New Orleans has better armor, better artillery and better AA defense and better concealment as well, so you know, it is better in every single way. Then I have the Mogami. I could upgrade that a little more. Actually, a lot more. Kagero. I could get the better torps. Or the better firing module. I could also skip towards the Amagi. But then again, I do like the Nagato, so it's not a problem for me to play this ship a lot more. Not a problem at all. Shiratsuyu. I could go ahead and get the Akizuki. But I'm not sure about that. And I could go ahead and get one of the tier 7 carriers. Regular tier 7 carriers, that is, because I have the Kaga and also the... where is it? Here it is, if I'm correct, the Saipan. So I do have 2 tier 7 carriers, but they're both premium. So there's lots of options that I can do with the free experience, and maybe I shouldn't actually try to spend that today. But then again, I'm not really sure about anything at the moment. The thing is, you know, I'm also trying to get ahead in these tasks with Yamamoto, and most of his tasks are bound to cruisers. You know, some are bound to tier 9 or 10 cruisers, so I can't do those. And some, or most actually, are done with tier 8 and up cruisers. So, and I'm guessing that's going to be the same with all of them. And having an extra tier 8 cruiser, as in the Hipper or the New Orleans, is going to help a lot in that. But anyway, let's just start playing. Let's see, do I have some... I do have a special camo and things like that, so that's okay. I don't really have any other flags, so I'll just start playing. Let's not rush ahead. Most of the time I get destroyed in battleships because I'm going forward way too soon. Tra-la-la. Let's see, one battleship, two battleships are going up. It looks like the bulk of our force is going up. So not rushing forward here might actually be the best option. There is one destroyer though, and it looks like that cruiser is also going here. And it looks like that cruiser, the Emerald, is sort of AFK. No, not anymore. Good. Well, let's see if he's coming this way as well. Just having my coffee at the moment, since, you know, I slept about 5 hours or a little less last night. So yeah, what our carrier is doing, he's bringing the his own planes here. So our AA actually helps fight the fighters that are attacking him. I was already turning, so I think I'm going to miss all these. Yes. Well, I'm going to dodge them. He's going to miss them, of course, because I didn't really fire them. Dodged all the torps. That's nice. Ah! There it is, our first target. I might want to start loading AP, since there's a few cruisers around here. But then again, the Koenig has put out his fire right away. So with a little luck, I can set him on fire again, and it's going to stick. He is turning. But not that much, so if I fire there, it should be a hit. Yes, good. That fire will be sticking for some time. And I hope I'll be able to give him a nice broadside. And if he's continuing to sail like that... No, he's turning. Bummer. But he's not turning fully. Let's see. Well, then I'll fire at him. $18,000 damage done at the moment, but the Koenig, of course, is now aiming at me. So what I'll do, I'll try to hit that French cruiser again, and then reload AP to fire at the Koenig. Boom! That was nice. That worked pretty well. Kuma is gone as well. Two fires, that's a little too much, so I'll put it out. Who is he going to fire at? I think he's going to fire at me. $36,000 damage done at the moment. Not bad. Not bad. Since it's still pretty early in the game. That's my third fire in the game. Let's start it. Has he put it out? Nope, at least not yet. Okay, fire was out and it started right away. Another fire going on the König. So I'm going to repair these two fires, or extinguish the flames. That's one of those two, you know. And as soon as my damage repair comes back up, I'll use that, because it's going to be bad if I don't. König is still on fire. There we go. Whew. It's very strange I didn't actually get a kill on him, because he was at 2000 damage and I did 1947 damage to him. But probably someone just got lucky and got the last 50... maybe he had another fire going or something like that. I need to extinguish the flames, because otherwise I'll burn to death soon. Okay. Zuiho is turning. Oh man. I might get a Citadel on that ship. Nope, no Citadel. Good morning. You're a commander as well, I see. Yeah, we have to do something, right? When during the patch. Okay, that's going to be a kill. Yep. Now take care of him. If he doesn't take care of me first, because no, his turrets are still pointing the other way. Good. I was hoping for a fire. And now, oh, I'm going to sail into the map border. Oh, and he put out the fire. Well, then let's put him on fire again. Toothy Philly, thanks for the follow. And do you play this game as well, by the way? Now, that should get him. And might actually be the third kill. Yep, that was that. Not bad at all. Not bad, second in experience. Good. Okay, here we go. Well, we were going for the daily win on the Iron Duke, so we could no, sadly want it so bad, but I'm on Xbox. Ah, so you don't have a PC build, or at least not to game with. Let's see, open the container. Well, as you can see up here, it says I'm actually saving for a new PC. My son is trying to save money to get my own, my old one, but he might not be able to get that money. So you could buy this one. It's a pretty good PC, but especially for the streaming full HD and trying to record it at the same time, or for rendering really big files, it's not really working anymore. So Queen Elizabeth, here we go. Research it. And purchase it. I'm not going to get a commander. I'll just transfer the commander from the Iron Duke. And it's not this one. Why do I have an extra Iron Duke commander? I don't have a clue. And I'm going to assign this one to the Queen Elizabeth. Yes. And I'm going to spend credits retraining him. I don't want to spend all that, all the gold I have. So I'm not going to do that. But I could do this, of course. Good. Well, here we go. Queen Elizabeth. Now, we're going to sell the Iron Duke. I'm not going to keep that. Clan discount, yeah. Well, sell with all modules. Yes. Sell. Here we go. that was that. I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to put this one on there. This is still the regular repair. I thought from tier 6 it was going to get the better one, but I see it doesn't get the better one yet. No. Secondary battery modification. What is the firing range of my secondary battery? 4 kilometers. Phew, that's not a lot. Is it going to get better with this one? Nope. Only 4 kilometers. Man, that is bad. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Though upgrading it with another 20%, you know, I could get it up to 4.8 if I get this. It's already pretty accurate, so I don't think I need the aiming system modification. AA, well, it's got pretty good AA for its tier. I think I'm just going to put that one on there, since I had one laying around anyway. Why not? I don't have any of the other modules except for this one, but I'm not going to put that one on. Yeah, I'm going to put this one on. Is the sea life better than the space life? Well, it's not really better. I was planning on playing Elite Dangerous today. I actually played a little. I actually, when I was in game, I was doing something else at the same time. I got a warning of, in 1 minute we're going to go down for the patch. I was like, well, then it's probably really time to shut down now. So I did. No. Going to mount that flag. Every single battleship, I always mount those. But it is different. You know, this really is a fun game. I've been in it since since the closed beta, which wasn't really closed because you could buy your way into it. But I'm ever since I was a little boy, I'm really really interested in naval history. You know, as a Dutchman, we really have a very big naval history ourselves as well. And well, I just really like it. So this game really really does a lot to me. I'm going to put that one on. Yeah, why not? Though I might have to change it into the rudder shift module at some point. But I'm going to try this first. %20 down, so that'll be 4 seconds down from 20.1. Then it'll make the rudder shift time 16 seconds, which still isn't a lot. But it also gets a boost with this. 5.8. And then the maneuverability gets another boost with that because it's going to go faster. At least Thargoids can't find you there. That's for sure. Well, this is my first battle in this ship, though it's not really, because ever since the Warspite came out, Warspite of course is a ship from the same class. They were all, well, it was a class of 5 ships. Let's see. They were actually planning a ship of a class of 3 battleships, but then this was really a revolutionary design for First World War. Well, for that era, it's got the biggest guns up until then. It's got a very high speed for that time, and well, a lot of things like that. It was really revolutionary. So they built 3, or at least they were planning on building 3, but then they decided, you know, they wanted to have a battlecruiser along with that as well, because it's going to be quicker. Less armor, but quicker. But they actually were able to build these battleships with a high enough speed that there wasn't a very big difference between these battleships and the battlecruisers. So instead of another class of battlecruisers, they decided to add a 4th ship to the class. And then the I think it was called, it was the Kingdom of Malaya, or at least Malaya offered to purchase a 5th battleship for them, or a battleship, you know, to sponsor that. And they decided to add a 5th ship to the class. And all these ships were still sailing during the Second World War, and actually did quite good. And Warspite has been in the game for quite some time. And this British battleship line was just added a few weeks, I think, ago. But Warspite has been in there for over a year as a premium ship. I love the industrial age when there used to be battleships. Yeah, me too. And especially the English. It's taken a very long time for the English battleships to get into the game. But I loved it. And now they finally are in the game. And I'm having a great time playing them. Well, I didn't really have a great time with the Iron Duke. I couldn't really get my head around that one. I did play the Orion, which was the tier 4. I'm already spotted, so yeah, there's something in the B cap. You can see it there as well. They're slowly turning red. Which means that there's someone there trying to cap that base. Probably not going to get lucky, but you never know. I'll just fire my shells there anyway. One thing is for sure, if you don't fire, you'll always miss. So you'll have to fire something to have a chance of hitting something, right? Oh, that destroyer has gone back into hiding. Otherwise, I would have fired something, but I can't really now. Just waiting for World of Ships to expand to Xbox like Elite Dangerous and World of Tanks. Well, it might not ever, because of the huge amount of data. As you can imagine, it's going to cost a lot more data to actually model a warship than it is going to cost to model a tank. Haha! Good hit. I'm not saying it was due to me, but I did help there. Well, it's always good taking a destroyer out in the beginning or in the start of the game. What game modes are there on World of Warships? Well, they are building Clan Wars at the moment, and I just started a clan a few days ago with the guys from my World of Tanks clan. But that's only for tier 10 ships, and even if I'm in this game since before the start, actually, I'm still not a tier 10. Let alone, I'm from our clan, I'm the one with the highest modded or the highest level ships. So our clan is not going to participate in Clan Wars for some time. But then there's co-op battles, which means all human players play on the same team and you play against bots. And sometimes if there's not enough players, and that happens from time to time, these are all this game is divided over a few servers. There's the European server on which I'm playing at the moment, but there's also the North American server and some other servers, Asian and Russian at least. And they might actually get ships from the ships in your team if you're playing co-op battles that are also piloted by bots. And then there's random battles, which I'm doing at the moment. Random battles have the bonus that you actually get more experience than with co-op battles. And it also is slightly harder to play well in random battles than it is in co-op battles. Though the bots are actually pretty good. It's not like the bots are bad. But anyway, you've got co-op battles, random battles, then there's ranked battles, but that's only in seasons. There's 2 seasons every year in which people can play ranked battles. Most of the time that's 7 versus 7, so that's slightly less than a 12v12, or actually in this battle it's 12v12. Ouch, by the way. I'll repair some of my hit points, so you can see who are actually the best players in the game. You start at rank 20, I think. You can get up to rank 1, and you get bonuses and prizes for gaining higher ranks, which is really nice, of course. And then there's scenarios. Bummer. Missed all my shells. Let's turn toward him, and now we're going to turn back. Though with a rudder shift time of 20 seconds, that's not really something you do really quickly, as you can clearly see. Then I'll fire my forward guns now. That was pretty okay. So back guns Yes, start a fire again. So the objective on random battle is to capture all zones or kill the opposite team. Yeah. Yeah, that's the modes, but then there are battle modes, and this one you can see 3 capture points. What is he doing with his torps? Luckily I saw it in time, so they're not going to hit me, but so there's 3 capture points. You get 3 points every so many seconds for each cap you hold, and the first one reaching 1,000 points is well, that's the winning team. But then you also get, here I'll show you, you get points for destroying enemies, and you lose points for losing allied ships. So you don't have to kill the whole team. As you can see, we're at 991 now, so in a few seconds we'll have 1, though it was just going down, and that was because we lost a cruiser, so we lost 50 points, and they actually gained 35 points. So there's no way they're going to win anymore, but you know, one can hope. And then there's others in which there's just 2 bases, and you start in your own base and the enemy starts in their own, and you get 1,000 points for capturing the enemy base. So you get a lot of points right away. You know, if you cap, it's done. Just cap that. That's it. Here you can actually win, or I was also just a little surprised. You can lose this game, even if you have all 3 capture points. You know, if you have all 3 capture points, but you get killed a lot quicker than the enemy team gets killed, then you're going to lose it. Even if you're leading on points at some point, you know, because you have 3 caps, you can still lose. So, yeah. That's that. Then there's, what's that called? I forgot what it was called, but there's, I think it is Encounter Boat or something like that. There's 3 different circles, but it's one in the center. Then there's a slightly bigger one around that, and a slightly bigger one around that, and you can cap all of them, and you get points in the same way, but it's all in the center of the map. So the battle is a lot closer to each other. Well, we got the Queen Elizabeth, but now let's see, what shall I do? As you can see, there's also different types of ships. I'm not sure if you actually know about this ship, because yeah, you do say that you want it, so I think you've looked into the game as well, but you might not have looked into it. There's a lot of different types of ships, and I'm actually thinking about sailing a different one now. Now I still have 115 free experience, and I'm thinking about what am I going to spend that on. I do have the tier 8 destroyer of the Americans, but I can do something there. I could also spend it on the tier 9 Iowa battleship. Then that would be my 4th tier 9 actually, because I've got the 2 tier 9 Russian destroyers, and I have the tier 9 Missouri, which is an Iowa class battleship, so it's the same type of battleship, but it's slightly different. But from the Iowa, I could then go on towards the Montana, and that would be that is such an awesome ship. It never existed in real life though. It was a serious design, but it was cancelled because, you know, before it was actually before they started building this, Pearl Harbor was taken out, and they quickly realized that you know, the age of the battleships is actually done. The age of the carriers is starting. And talking about carriers, I could get into the Independence, spend my free experience on the Ranger, and get a tier 7 carrier. But I'm not sure about that either. Lexington. I'm not really sure what to do. I don't really like the carriers. Yeah, there are some iconic ships. The IJN line, yeah, the cruisers, the Japanese cruisers are iconic ships, and also the battleships, of course, especially with the Yamato at the top. No, I'm not going to go for this one at the moment. Mogami. I could fully upgrade this ship, but I'm not going to. I'm enjoying it as it is at the moment. The ship I'm not enjoying, though, is Pensacola. And some of my viewers last time said, you know, this is going to be such a lot better, the Tier 8 New Orleans, that it might actually be worth it to research that and then see if I can purchase that. But we'll do it the same way. So I'll play one battle in it. Hope I win. If I don't win, I'll have to play another one. And then I'll research the New Orleans, though I'm probably not going to be able to purchase it right away because, well, I don't have the credits for it. But then we'll have to play a lot of premium ships, and that's always nice as well. Just having a cookie. Well, as you can see, it's a tier 9 game, but there are not really much or many tier 9 ships in it. There's 2 tier 9 battleships and 2 tier 9 destroyers. And the rest of it is lower than that. Well, for me, it's actually a question of seeing how much free experience I need to unlock the next one on this line, and how much I need to unlock the Iowa. Because there it is, the Iowa. That is a huge and nice ship. Those ships were actually still used in the Gulf War in the 90s, the first Gulf War. They were taken from the mothballs and were used to support the Americans in Kuwait. I'm detected, so... And there's 3 ships that are aiming at me, so let's make sure I'm not going to sail on in a straight line. I don't want to be too easy to hit. Oh, Monarch, that's behind a rock. I can't hit it at the moment. If the Scharnhorst goes around, I'll follow him. But if he doesn't, I'm not going to go out there by myself. And I don't actually think it's a good moment to go out now. Yeah, I'm already hit badly. Bummer. Well, it's not going to work. Oh, but I did get a Citadel hit. I was gonna say it's not going to work anymore to hit him, but then it did. But I almost lost all my hit points, so I'm going to have to get out of here. Yep, that's it. You know what's the longest serving battleship? Yes, the Mikasa. It was from 1900 something. This is a really bad ship, a bad game, bad. Fat 32 Dutch. Hello, mister. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, that was the Mikasa. This ship, to be exact. 1902. It's officially still enlisted in the Japanese Navy, though it's not the Imperial Japanese Navy anymore, of course. Though, yes, it is, right? They still have an emperor, officially. But this is it. You can still visit this ship in the harbor of, I think it was... Well, I'm not going to say that because I'm probably going to get it wrong. But in one of the Japanese cities, there's a harbor, and this ship is there. And it was actually used during the war between Russia and Japan. And this ship was the most iconic ship of that time. Anyway, I have to run to the bathroom. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. So, while running to the bathroom, I actually remembered there are longer serving ships in some navies. But this is the first, well, you could call it modern battleship. It's not really modern, of course, because, you know, 1902. You couldn't call that modern. But still. It is the first ship that actually sort of slightly more or less qualifies as modern. Let's see, we got 10 oil. Are we getting anywhere close with our clan? $275 oil. Not bad. Yeah, we got 7 members now. Monty is in. Okay, good. Good. But we got 275. We're actually saving for 1,000 oil. You thought it was USS Texas. Nope. There's actually, in the British Navy, there's still a ship of the line that is officially still commissioned, I think. The name the HMS Victory sounds familiar. Does ring a bell somewhere. I'm not completely familiar with the story, so it could be I've got this completely wrong. But I know that there's actually older ships that are still commissioned. Even the Dutch Navy has an old 2-mast schooner that's over 100 years old that's still commissioned. It wasn't even built for the Navy. It was drafted at some point for training purposes, and it's still commissioned. I think I'm going to have to go for the Iowa, but I'm going to do that after I get a win in the North Carolina as well. And then I'll research it, sell the North Carolina, and then I'll have to get a lot of credits playing premium ships. Shot Blaster, welcome to the stream, by the way. I see that ships there also have neon markings like Elite. Yeah, well, that's not really historically accurate, but then again, the camo I have on this ship isn't historically accurate as well. Most of the models are historically accurate, though historically accurate could be accurate as in it was at some point drawn on a napkin in a restaurant by an engineer as a hypothetical thing that he just thought up, you know, and World of Warships or Wargaming basically decided, well, that's enough history for this ship, we'll put it in. You know, for instance, the American Tier 10 battleship never existed. The Japanese Tier 9 battleship never existed. The German tier 9 and 10 battleships never existed. Even the tier 7 didn't exist in the way that's in the game, the Gneisenau. And well, there's a lot of things that can be said about realism for different ships. Hugo Van Pains and Fat Dutch, welcome. Fat 32 Dutch, of course. Here we go. First few hits. I incapacitated something, but I didn't do any damage. Bummer. There is something in there. There's a smoke screen over there, so there's something in there. But what is not... Of course, we don't know at the moment, so... And I think there's something like an Atlanta over there. Is there an Atlanta in the game? Oh, this is the Belfast, maybe. Because there was something quick firing. Could be the Mahan as well. Because it wasn't triple guns being fired at me. I hope to be able to blow up the Belfast, but nope, it was sailing backwards, so all my shells are going to miss. And now it's sailing backwards even more. I'm not going to hit it. Montana is nice. Good to kill the decent cruisers. Yeah. Yeah, I was contemplating what to use my 115,000 free experience for. Since I have 60-something thousand experience on this ship. I could use it for the Iowa. Or I could use it to get the New Orleans. But I think I'm going to use it to get the Iowa. I know a friend of mine has the Montana. What would be the range of those torps? Ah, not too far. Good. Finally, this is the first damage I'm doing. Sailing faster than I thought. So no hits there. Bummer. I think I'm going to sail straight through B. It looks like there's nothing there to defend that. Your highest ship is the New Orleans. You have 10 tier 10 ships. Well, I haven't got a single one. I do have both tier 9 destroyers though, on the Russian lines. Of course, it's now called lines. But I haven't played them enough to actually get them up to tier 10. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Iowa. I don't have the credits though, so I might play the Missouri, which is another Iowa class battleship, of course. I might play the Missouri to try and get it, to try and get the credits for that ship. Oh, Bismarck is showing a broadside. Almost. Recently you got the Minotaur, or the Minotaur. I love it. It's hard to play. Yeah, I've just played it in the test server, and I liked it there, but that's not comparable to to real games, you know. Let alone using all that experience and trying to build up the right amount of experience to actually get it at some point. Okay, smoke here. It could be the Belfast. Probably not, because there's torps coming from the smoke. Yeah, I should have remained. I should have gotten the turn on. Well, that wasn't really good. That was pretty pretty problematic. But I should have turned in right when I saw the smoke screen. I didn't. I was too busy chatting. And it's probably also because, you know, I had about 5 hours of sleep last night, which of course doesn't really help in making the right decisions. I'm detected. Yes, of course I'm detected. But I've got the feeling he's actually sailing away through sea. Sea cap. Now I'm detected by planes. Which plane? I don't see any plane. Let alone a plane that can spot me. Oh, there. There it is. Yeehaw. You know what? I'll launch my fighter. Why not? Okay, Belfast is taken out by the Akatsuki. Great news. And it also took out the North Carolina. Even better. But now I'm on fire by something in the smoke over there. At least now I turned before the torpedoes were actually really close. I think we're going to win this, but I'm not entirely sure yet, of course. It's still going to take a long time for this game to finish. Okay, that one is out. Now there's just one destroyer left. I'm thinking that's the Mahan. And I'm thinking it's in this smoke screen. So I'm turning again to make sure that I'm not a very simple target to hit. Oh, Gneiss now is turning. What is he doing? Does he want to kill me? I wanted to turn away from the Gneiss now, but I couldn't because of the torps. Bummer. Only 42,000 damage done. Well, 43. But well, it wasn't a really good game, but it was a win anyway. Good, now there's only the carrier left. Battle ends in 5 minutes. No, it's going to end within a minute. There we go. $3,000 experience in total. But I'm getting close to the final task completion of the Yamamoto missions. But how is that possible? I thought it was for tier 8 to 10 cruisers. Probably not then. I'll collect a container. For fire starting flags. Nice. I got another 10 oil. Let's see, I thought this final task... No, it's tier 8 to 10 ships. So not really a ship that... what do they get, by the way, if that task is done? 2 soup containers. Ooh, well, that is worth it. So, I just saw the Bismarck firing at the other ship, at the carrier. And I thought, you know what? I also have the Gneisenau here. Why not play this for a few battles and see if I can use that free experience to unlock the Bismarck at some point. But then again, you know, the Gneisenau is a nice ship to play. I don't really need to rush it. 8-kilometer firing range with the secondaries. This is one of those ships that's actually not real. It wasn't built like this. It was built like well, the Scharnhorst, which is in the game. You know, with 3 triple 280mm guns, 4 double 15cm guns here, and 4 singles. So this is actually the way it was built, and it wasn't built like this at all. Though this ship was in the harbor, to have it built this way, to have it rebuilt, that was after the Scharnhorst had already sunk. But the sinking of the Scharnhorst and the Bismarck as well actually made Hitler rethink his strategy, and he didn't want to lose the ships anymore. So instead of sending them out and losing them, but maybe gaining something from it, he actually used this to block the harbor of, I think it was Gdynia, the Polish harbor. So but let's see, 16,000. I need 16,000 more experience, and then I need 11 million credits to get it. I don't really have to. I have the Tirpitz. If I want to play the Bismarck, I can play that. You know, the sister ship. Though its AA is a lot worse than the Bismarck. It's not that bad though. 52, and this one says 69, and with the upgrade, this one says 62. Well, it was supposed to have worse. Is the maneuverability worse, or something like that? Nope. Yeah, maneuverability is slightly worse if you have a good captain. But anyway, I don't really have to unlock the Bismarck yet, because, you know, I have the Tirpitz. If I want to play that, I can play the Tirpitz, and I can keep on playing the Gneisenau. So, here we go, North Carolina. Going to unlock the Iowa. Am I sure about that? I'm going to need loads of credits. But I'll gain some credits by selling the North Carolina. You know, I don't need it anymore. Am I going to demount this all or sell it? Sell with all modules. Yes, sell with all modules. Demount or sell. These are some nice modules, and spending only 125 gold. It's going to cost 3 million to purchase this one later on, or no, 2 million, and I'm only going to get 1.9 for all the modules, so this is actually a better option. So 7.7 million credits we have at the moment. Now, now we're going to play for credits, right? Banker, welcome to the stream. going to play the Alabama or the Missouri. Missouri is probably better since it's about the same ship. It's tier 9, it can get more credits. Use flags, I know. Here, I don't have one of these. Well, I actually have one of those flags on it. I got this flag, an extra 50%. I got that flag, an extra 50%. I can mount this one as well. I could mount that one to save a little more free experience, but for that I will have to take off one of the other flags. So which one am I going to lose then? It would be fun to gain a little more free experience, and after one game I can, you know, I only have one of these flags left, so after one game I won't have need of that. I'm going to use my North Carolina captain. I used to have this on it, but even without that, it got a 99 AA defense rating with the North Carolina. So with that, it got to 100. But I thought, you know, it's not really that much of a difference in rating, though it probably goes on beyond 100. And you know, the game just doesn't say this is your rating. It also, you know, it really does something with the effect. So I might actually have, I might at some point put him back into the manual AA control. Anyway, I have to run to the bathroom again. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Well, there we go then. I have to check one thing. Let's see. 5 duplicates. I still need to get all these. I have this one done. So I got the Kiev thing. Just before this, I actually sold the Kiev, so that was a little sad. I got this one for the Z23. I got this one for the New Orleans, and now I hope to get this one for the Charles Martel, so I can actually get the other one, the Monarch. So here we go. A lot of battleships in the queue. Not a lot of cruisers. Though we didn't really have to wait long this time. I actually think it's a good plan to grind these credits with the Missouri as well, because the Missouri is an Iowa class ship, so I'm getting used to the ship while grinding for credits, you know. It just looks like a good plan. Though I'm not one of the best battleship captains, so it might take me some games to get used to it. I just can't help myself. Every time someone says, "What's the plan?" I'm like, win? I just can't help myself. I have to do that every single time, you know. Okay, I'm going to sail towards A, but making sure that as soon as I'm spotted, and since this is a concealment build, that might take a little longer than usual. You can see my spotting range is only 14 kilometers, so an enemy destroyer has to come halfway into the B cap to actually spot me. So I'm going to sail to A at full speed and see what we can do around there. Friedrich de Grosse. He is sailing really slowly. And it looks like he's turning as well. But if I fire around there, I might hit him. Well, it was close. Wasn't a hit, so it could have been better. And I don't think those torps actually have the range, because they're fired from about 15 kilometers. It looks like he's sailing really slowly. And he was actually going even slower than I thought. So that must mean he's stopped around now. Yeah, almost. He's actually moving backwards. No, he's laying still. Good. That's even easier to hit. One shatter, no pens at all. Bummer. Now here I go, a Bismarck. Well, that was pretty good to hit. The first decent hit, by the way. Looks like he's not moving at all. Or maybe he's moving backwards. Let's see. Yeah, he is, but he's not going really fast, so I'm going to hit him. Can't really see which way he's sailing. So instead I'm going to go for the Colorado, since he's actually showing a nice profile. And in the meantime I'm turning towards A. One overpen, one regular pen, and a bounce. And let's see, the destroyer that's close by. It could be the Ognivoy or the Z-46. One of those two. Four torps. Could still be both. Not that it matters a lot. Both of them are dangerous if they hit you with torps. Let's see, what's my range on the radar? Let's see. He's about 5 kilometers from me. And the torps are fired from way ahead. So he's not within my radar range. I'm not going to spend my radar on this. I do have radar to spot enemy destroyers, but of course I'm not going to use that. When there's actually no chance at all, I'm actually going to be able to spot him. Then again, if the torps are still going... Oh, nice. That's one. That Bismarck over there is going to be the second target. I've got the feeling I'm getting closer to the enemy destroyer. 11.5? No, it's 9.5. So that's why I'm not using it yet. Because I feel like it might not do a lot. He might actually still be out of range. But I'm going to reload HE as soon as this salvo is done. Ah, don't even have to anymore. He is in range. I'll fire my AP at the Bismarck and then reload HE. Somewhere around there. But he isn't there anymore, of course. So instead I'm going to fire my last HE shells. Ooh, at the Bismarck, I think. I was hoping to start a fire, but I didn't, sadly. 9.5, yeah, 9.45, but it's 9.5, around there. The enemy team has taken the lead. Yeah, but that's because they have 2 caps. I'm not planning on having them keep that for a very long time. Ooh, Shores. You are showing a nice profile. I think it's goodbye. No! It wasn't. It was an overpan. And that was a lucky miss. For me at least. Roan got one. Maybe I should have slowed down and taken one for him. Ooh, that's a wide spread. I'm going to take one. In the middle, yes. Bummer. Wow. I didn't actually realize that there were so many ships so close by. And I didn't realize that we lost so many ships so quickly. Man, that was pretty bad. but still, and I'm actually wondering what the rest of my ship or the rest of my team is doing all the way at the back. I was here with the whole team, but they got destroyed and I didn't actually spot. Zou je niet even wegvaren? Well, there wasn't really time to sail away anymore. So bummer. But still, 721,000 credits. That will help. Let's see. Not a pyramid scheme. Well, I could have done better, but it was okay. A reward for one of my campaigns that's done. What am I going to get in reward? Oh, the 2 super containers. Yes. Yes. Now that's good. I'm going to go ahead and start the second mission. Let's see. Carriers. 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 Ships. Earn 2 clear sky achievements. Well, not really going to work in this one. 30,000 experience. Yes, I can take that one right away. Shoot down 300 enemy aircraft. Earn a total of 2 million. No problem. I'll take that one. Spot 500 torpedoes. I'll just use that. 2 million credits. That shouldn't. In this ship, it's about 2 or 3 games. That shouldn't be hard at all. Let's see. Go to the container screen. I got 2 super containers. Nice. Let's see what's in the first one. Defensive AA fire modification 1 increases the action time of the defensive fire consumable available on tier 8 to 9 ships. That's nice, but not for this ship. And this is 100 November Foxtrot flags. Nice, but not really my favorite flag. Let's see. I think I have 6 duplicates now. So I'm just gonna need 2 more, and then I can unlock the last bit and have it all, basically. Let's see, Tech Tree, Iowa. We're going to need 7.5 or 7.2 million more to get towards the Iowa. And then when we're there, we actually have the sister ship of a ship we already own. But hey, that's not bad. It's actually pretty good. And then I'm going to retrain this commander for the Iowa. And probably get that commander along towards the Montana as well. I think I'm not going to keep the Iowa. As soon as I'm at tier 10 with the development, I'll sell it, because you know I have the Missouri. So why should I get 2 ships of the same class? $12.08. That's the time at the moment. Not bad. Good planning, good planning. Oh, we've got 2 Missouris in one team, and the other team is 2 Friedrich der Großes. We've got a Lion, they've got an Izumo, we've got the Tirpitz and Bismarck, they've got the Alabama and the North Carolina. At least that's enough battleships, right? 5 on each side. 5 cruisers on their side, 5 cruisers on our side. Nicely balanced in tiers. And 2 destroyers on each side. Though they have 1 tier 9 and 1 tier 10, and we have 1 tier 10 and 1 tier 8. AB. Okay. Here we go. full speed toward the other side of the map. The ship is losing a lot of speed in the turns, though. Moskva. Okay, so we're going for A and B, but we're capping B and C, and they're capping A, and it looks like their whole fleet is going to A. Isn't that kind of the deal with ships, losing speed as you turn? Yeah, well, it happens with tanks as well, Mr. Paul. You forgot you were a moderator. I actually forgot I actually made you a moderator. That's pretty long ago, I think. So anyway, we have 2 caps. And they have 1. And our whole team is still steaming towards A. Well, not the whole team, because looks like Lion is going somewhere else. Long time no see. Well, that's true. It's taken some time. Izumo, oh please come out from behind that island. I want to send you a few tons of steel as a love gift. I can't really see his ship, but I can hit him now. But I don't know. It looks like he's laying still, so let's just fire at the marker. We'll see what happens. Bummer. Missed. Barely, though. How are you doing, Paul? Oh, Ibuki. No, well. I was hoping to fire at the Ibuki, but then he disappeared. Haven't managed to get excited about ships yet, though. Okay, I was gonna say, if you are, we just started the clan for ships. Bummer. I was guessing the St. Louis was going to go. Oh no, sorry, not the St. Louis. This is the French cruiser, the Saint Louis. was sailing a lot faster, because it is able to do a very, very high speed, but it wasn't doing that when I fired. Now it is, though. Well, at least it's going a little faster. And missed all the shells again. So far we fired about 45 shells and hit one. Though we should hit some of these and might actually get a kill. Nope, yeah, well, I did hit one. No kill, of course. Let's just go in, people. Let's go in. We were going to attack, you know. Yay! That was nice. One salvo, 7 hits out of the 9 shells we fired. 7 hit. At least that's a little better. Oh, bummer. I might just miss these. Nope, 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 nope. They're still going through. Nice. Good Citadel hit. It would be so nice if there were a... I was just gonna say, it would be so nice if there were a destroyer helping me with the smoke screen around now. And so he didn't. I just thought it, and then he did it. That was really thoughtful of him. Oh. Let's make sure I actually spell this right. Thanks for the smoke. Though I'm not really laying in the smoke at the moment. But hey, we did cap A, so it's time to get out and shoot some more. It looks like the Des Moines is going to catch a torp that's in my path, so I'm not going to have to do anything to dodge the torps. Nine Death Star rounds, hoping for the best. That's about it, yeah. That's what a battleship is like. Accuracy and aiming has got something to do with it, but since there's also a very, very long-range shooting involved, you know, you don't... They actually have the time to see the shells coming and then dodge them. I need to kill one of these cruisers fast though. Is he going to turn? Nope, he's not. It looked like he was going to turn for a while. Oh no. This might hurt a little. Still survived. Not by much though. And here he is. Well, that wasn't a really good game. It was actually a pretty bad game. But then again, you know, the whole team said we're going to go for A. And as soon as we got to A, they all started sailing away. Yes, I'm blaming them. Sounds a little childish, though. Well. That was that. We appear to be on fire, Captain. Yes. It appears so. Are you certain about that? Let's see. I do have the Alabama, so I can sail a game in this. But you know what? I just purchased a new, a brand new battleship. Let's try this for a change. I'll get my best Japanese battleship captain. Don't know which one that is. From other ships. Probably this one, the Nagato captain. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, let's see. I haven't used this ship at all. I do have some mozzarella laying around though. So, let's see. What if I just put them on? Concealment will go to... It's now 17 kilometers. If it goes down 10%. Well, that will be better. Why not? Mount it. 15.6. Steering gears modification, so it turns a little quicker. We can use that with a 15.9. Now it's 12.7. Rudder shift time. Damage control system. Yes. Less chance of a fire. AA guns modification. I'm not too sure about that, but you know, the AA on this ship is 95. If I put this one on, it's going to be 100. That is good. That is really good. 6 kilometers. Oh no, that's not the AA defense, of course. 3.7, 4.2, and this one is 6 kilometers, yeah. If I put this one on, it's going to be 100, and I'll start firing at enemy ships, enemy planes really soon. How about the secondary armament? 6 kilometers? Yeah, 6 kilometers. So that's going to be 7.2 if I mount this. I could also get that one. Or this one. It's already really good in AA. So it could be the strong suit if I get even more. Yeah, why not? It doesn't cost as much as the other two because I have one laying around. And for this one I'll still use the main armaments modification one. Good. Now we're going to mount the Zulu flag, which means we're going to get more credits. More free experience is always good as well. 20% more hit points recovered, and 20% faster fire extinguishing is also really good. 5% extra secondary battery firing range, always good. I think I'm going to mount that one as well. And that should be it. Here, let's enable that. Yes. 50% more experience earned in the battle. Or should I put this one on? Nah. Not at the moment. Good. Now here we go. Key. Oh, bummer. Tier 10 game right from the start. My first game ever in this ship, and I'm going to get a tier 10. Well, we'll have to see how this goes. But the fun thing is, we do have a Shukaku. So I might be able to use that that AA rating. No, 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 no. I'm going to wait for a little backup and then I'll go forward. Let's see, firing range 19 kilometers. For a Japanese battleship, that's not really a lot, actually. North Carolina is going to be in range soon, as is the Hipper. Here we go. Oh, the Hipper is turning away as well. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hit him anymore. Oh, bummer! I forgot to change these into the premium versions. Well, we'll have to make it work. Let's see. Oh, he isn't sailing as fast as I thought he was. Didn't hit by much though. Sorry, didn't miss by much. Didn't hit by much. Oh man. I should probably quit soon, because these are the moments my mind is actually telling me, you know, you need food. And quick. I'm not going to be able to shoot at him because of the... Though I can now. Oh, bummer, he's slowing down. Now, why did he do that? Okay, so we got A. And we killed one battleship so far. But C is being capped. Well, C is being capped by us, actually. It was. The enemy was controlling it, but they aren't anymore. I do have the feeling the guns are pretty accurate, though. I miss every single shot I take, but that's because I miss. You know, I'm shooting in the wrong direction, or I'm judging the distance wrong, or something like that. It's not because it's really inaccurate. See, missed again, but it's me. It's not the ship, I think. Well, I might have to revise that, because that was a really good shot, and still it missed. And he's sailing backwards. Well, I'll have one more go at the New Orleans. Well, those were the first hits I got. I don't think I have time to shoot more. Looks like the Shokoku isn't sailing at all. So I'll just fire at the ship. Yes, it's laying still. Yep. So now I'm going to fire HE to set him on fire. But he is starting to sail now. And he's not spotted anymore. Well, then I'll use the HE to set the North Carolina on fire and then recharge or reload AP. See, I'm getting better at this, but it might also be the shell velocity. So the speed at which your bullets are traveling, that makes for a different experience with every single ship. If he keeps on sailing in a straight line, I might actually kill the Shokaku. Well, I did hit him once more, but wasn't really a killing shot. I should really try to set it on fire, because then it will be spotted from a greater distance as well. I'm not going to have to fire at it anymore. I think my team is going to take him out soon. See, he's on fire. Yes, that was that. AA is pretty good, as you can see. I shot down quite a nice number of planes already. Oh, shut up. He's sailing in a destroyer and he's calling out for intelligence data. The strange thing is, he's a destroyer, so he should provide the intelligence data instead of talking about he wants it provided. Oh, that was one of my turrets taken out. Oh, and the Yamato is shooting at me. That might be problematic. Since he's got pretty big guns. Let's regain some of the hit points. Missed all my shells. I'm going to sail straight at the Yamato. Because, you know, I have torps. Turpets might be planning the same thing, though. Oh, nice. I got him. Well, within a few seconds I can regain some hit points. We'll have to do that right away. Oh, wasn't actually necessary because we won. So, shoot down 300 enemy aircraft. I shot down 18. That's nice. So, that's a good start. Earn a total of 2 million credits. I earned 378,000. That's good as well. And 30,000 experience. 11,000 already done. Oh, that wasn't bad at all. I'm pretty satisfied with that for a first battle in a new ship. Pretty okay. But I think I'm going to quit for now. I have some other stuff to do around the house. That means I'm going to have to go do that at some point. And that point will be around now. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. This will be on YouTube probably Thursday, I think, because it needs to be rendered first. Well, enjoy that. I hope to see you soon. On Friday, I'll be streaming Elite Dangerous from the new 2.4 patch. And up to then, have a great time. Have a great day. Goodbye.